Whoever you are, before I say anything else, I want you to know this: you are deeply loved. Not just by me, but by God Himself. And I don't believe for 1 second that you're hearing this by accident. I truly believe the Lord has drawn you here right now because there is something your spirit needs to hear before the next day begins. As I was spending time with God, I felt this overwhelming urgency, not rushed, but intentional. Like this message doesn't belong to one moment in time. It's timeless. Whenever it reaches you, it's meant to reach you before tomorrow, before something shifts, before something becomes clear, before something changes. So I want you to pause for a moment, take a breath, let your heart settle, and listen. While I was praying and journaling, it felt like God began to speak, not loudly, not forcefully, but gently and firmly, straight to the heart. And this is what I felt led to share with you. My child, I know you didn't plan to be here, but I planned for you to be here. I brought you to this moment on purpose. There is something I need you to hear, and it cannot wait. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is my timing. You've been waiting, haven't you? Waiting for direction, waiting for clarity, waiting for confirmation that you're not imagining things, that the pull you've been feeling isn't just wishful thinking. You've been standing at a crossroads, wanting to move forward but afraid of choosing wrong. And still you stayed, even when you felt tired, even when your faith felt small, even when all you could do was hold on by a thread. God sees that. He sees every quiet tear you never explained to anyone. He hears the prayers you whispered when you didn't have the strength to speak out loud. He knows the questions you've been carrying in your heart, the ones you've been too afraid to say because you didn't want to sound ungrateful or doubtful. Let me tell you something clearly. God has not missed a single one of them. He is not distant. He is not ignoring you, and He is not late. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, God is working behind the scenes in ways you can't yet see. And before tomorrow comes, He is going to begin revealing things to you piece by piece, moment by moment. You may start noticing small things, repeated thoughts, certain words standing out to you, conversations that feel oddly specific, moments that stir your spirit for no obvious reason. These are not meant to confuse you. They are meant to confirm that God is with you and actively guiding you. Pay attention. God often speaks in ways that require stillness to notice, sometimes through a quiet nudge, sometimes through a scripture that suddenly feels personal, sometimes through a dream that lingers longer than usual. Do not ignore the dreams that come to you. Pray over them. Write them down. Ask God for understanding. Not every dream is literal, but many carry pieces of direction, encouragement, or preparation for what's ahead. God has always spoken this way to His people, to His children, to those willing to listen. And tomorrow, as you move through your day, I want you to keep your heart open. Be aware of what repeats. Be aware of what resonates. Be aware of what brings peace instead of fear, because God is not a God of confusion. If something brings anxiety, pressure, or panic, pause. God's guidance brings clarity, even when the path requires courage. His voice may challenge you, but it will never leave you overwhelmed or abandoned. This is not a season to stay distracted. This is not a season to doubt every nudge. This is a season to lean in closer than you ever have before. You've been asking God for answers, and He is answering. But answers require readiness. Readiness to listen. readiness to trust, readiness to take a step even when you don't see the whole staircase. And I know you're tired. I know there have been moments where you wondered if God was really working in your situation, or if you were just hoping He was. But let me remind you who your God is. He is the God who makes a way where there seems to be none, the God who brings provision at the exact moment it's needed, the God who restores what looked impossible to revive. Nothing about your situation intimidates Him. Even now, something new is already unfolding in your life. It may not look dramatic yet. It may not make sense yet, but it is in motion. The pieces that feel scattered are being aligned. The delays that frustrated you were protecting you. The silence that confused you was not absence, it was preparation. This message needed to reach you before tomorrow because you are standing on the edge of transition. The waiting season is shifting into a season of movement. But movement requires faith. That means releasing the fear of getting it wrong, releasing the doubt that whispers, "What if I fail?" Releasing the need to control every outcome. You are not doing this alone. God goes before you to prepare the way. He stands behind you to protect you, and He walks beside you every step of the journey. Before tomorrow, God is inviting you to realign your heart with His, to surrender the worries you've been carrying, to release the plans you've been clinging to out of fear, to trust that He already sees what you can't. You don't need all the answers tonight. You just need willingness. When you quiet your heart, His voice becomes clearer. When you loosen your grip, His guidance becomes stronger. When you trust, peace replaces confusion. The breakthrough you've been praying for is closer than you think. The clarity you've been asking for is already forming. And the future God has planned for you is not something to fear. It's something to step into with faith. Tomorrow marks the beginning of a shift, a turning point, a moment where things start to make sense in ways they didn't before. So rest tonight. Let God's peace cover you. And when you wake up, move forward with expectancy, knowing that He is speaking, guiding, and confirming His plans for you. Watch the signs. Listen to your spirit. Pay attention. This is not coincidence. If this message spoke to you, stay open, stay prayerful, and trust that God is already doing more than you can see right now. I love you so much. May God bless you, guide you, and fill you with peace, and I'll see you in the next video.